Hello, Swifties. Welcome to episode 10. Oh.
Leave that in. Leave it in. Leave it in. All
right, fine. Hello, Swifties, and welcome to episode 10 of season 3 of the Swift Boys podcast. This is our second episode of the day. As you see, I did a quick change. We are going to be discussing the title track. No, it's not the title track. It's the lead single of...
And the first song.
The first song, and the only music video so far, of Evermore, Willow. We do have several alternate versions of Willow. If you go on to Spotify, you'll find that Taylor Swift has posted Willow the Witch Collection, which features the original Willow, as well as Willow Dancing Witch version, Willow Lonely Witch version, and Willow Moonlit Witch version. Captain Natty, do you have any thoughts on these alternate versions?
So I don't think I've heard all of them. I've listened to at least 2 of them. I didn't realize there was 4. I think I've heard 3 of them.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah. So if a song needs 4 versions, it says something about the song. And this kind of goes back to what I was saying. If you watched our YouTube video we posted the night or the next day after Willow came out, the day it was released, which was a YouTube exclusive, so you have to go to our YouTube to find it.
Right.
I did mention that it sounded like kind of like the new basic Taylor Swift song. And where, like, if this is now Taylor style, to me, this is like the me of the album.
Oh,
if that makes sense. It's not as bad as me, but it's like, that's like, this is now the basic, like, you know.
Yeah, those are some harsh words.
Plucky guitar. I don't. I dislike me. I like Willow. Okay, so I'm gonna say that. But what I mean is, like, when you had pop Taylor would release songs like Me, and like those just like pure pop, like basic, like some clever lines, but like pretty much basic. You know what the song's about. You listen to it once, you know what it's talking about. Basic chorus, you know, fun to listen to, but like kind of basic. Where to me, it's like now with this new style, it's more folk style of Taylor. That's what this song is. It's like, it works for the radio. Right. You know, it's not a pop song, but it's like, it works for the radio. Has like a plucky guitar, has some good sounds. It's a pretty basic message in the song, what she's saying. And it's like, it's something she's done before, right? It's like, oh, I'm falling into your current. Like, oh, wherever you go, I'm going to go. Like, oh, I'm falling in love with you. Oh, you're such a bad boy. Ooh. Like, again, not necessarily a bad thing, but like, to me, this is not like the stereotypical Taylor Swift song, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, as I said last week as well. But that's just the way I see it. There's not a ton more there. And so on that note, let's end the podcast.
Yeah, starting off real harsh. I was just going to say that I prefer the original Willow to the other 3. I only listened to them for the first time today, so granted I haven't really given them much of a chance.
I mean, the lyrics are the same. It's just the...
Right. Yeah, and the music isn't even really that different.
Right.
It's just a different chill vibe.
Right.
Whereas the original Willow is like...
You might describe it a basic sound, almost.
Yeah, I don't really understand the other versions because they're just a little bit too similar. That being said, though, I did enjoy the third verse of the Dancing Witch version. I want to play a little clip because I just heard it for the first time today, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So let me pause for a second.
Wait for the signal and I'll meet you after dark.
But other than that, I thought the other versions were, you know, just more content.
More money, you might say.
Anyway, do you have anything to say about the song in general before we dive into the lyricsies? The lyricos?
There's going to be a lot of basic imagery. Again, that's where I'm saying it's like, this is like the song where it's like, it's basic art. And that sounds way worse than what I mean. Like, I'm not saying, like, it's a well-written song, but like, I think Taylor intentionally wasn't trying to do anything too crazy with this song, right? Because it is the lead single. It was the music video. There's like some cool imagery in this song, and we're going to get into that, but none of it's like complicated, right? And again, it's a pretty basic. It's just about her falling for this guy, which she's written so many songs like this before.
So let me read what Taylor Swift wrote about Willow before it had come out. This is in the YouTube chat leading up to the Willow release. She says, Willow is about intrigue, desire, and the complexity that goes into wanting someone. I think it sounds like casting a spell to make somebody fall in love with you, an oddly specific visual.
No, that's probably why she really called them the witch versions or whatever.
Right, so that's why we're talking so much about witches, because they're throwing the love potion that who's that one girl that gives Harry Potter the love chocolate?
Romilda Vane.
But then Ron eats it. Spoiler alert.
Does she remember me? Who are you talking about? Romilda Vane, of course.
Does that even happen in the book? I don't remember reading that.
It does, yeah.
Okay. So this song is about wanting somebody. This is Taylor wanting the guy.
Yeah, I think this is kind of autobiographical.
Yeah, that is what people were saying online. This seems to be the most autobiographical.
Right, which again is what I've been saying. It's like, this is where it's like me saying like stereotypical Taylor song is because she's been in the same relationship for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So she's already written a lot of songs like this because this like moment or these moments in her relationship happened.
Right.
It's like 3 albums ago.
Correct.
So there's going to be a lot of similarities between other songs.
Correct. And if we are correct in our theories that she is basically that wedding bells are coming, then we might be hearing more of this kind of feeling. So let me dive on into verse 1 here, much like Taylor dives into the pond in Willow. I'll put a little clip. Verse 1, Taylor says the following. I'm like the water when your ship rolled in that night, rough on the surface, but you cut through like a knife. And if it was an open shut case, I never would have known from the look on your face, lost in the current like a priceless wine.
So we kind of already talked about this last week, right?
Well,
in our YouTube video.
Not
I think
last
we went
week.
through the first verse 2 weeks ago. No, I came out last week.
The 18th. Wasn't
It
that
was
like
last
a month
week.
ago?
No, it was like, what are you talking? It was literally last week.
Time is so slow. Was it really? So for the Swifties, it'll be like 2 or 3 weeks, right?
Correct. Yeah, sorry. Okay. That's true.
Oh, it's because we did like 2 back-to-back. That's why
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
confused.
It feels like a while ago. Well, and we just recorded another one. So it's like 3 episodes ago, but it was literally last week.
Wow.
But you guys will be hearing this
Yeah,
like
we're
2
putting
weeks
out
after
so
we
much
record
content.
it.
You're welcome, Swifties.
Because we're recording 3 episodes together because we're going to be out of town for Christmas.
So this you're referring to the episode that we posted on YouTube.
YouTube
the day
exclusive
after the album.
a week
came
ago
out.
yesterday, 8 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. We like went through verse 1 and then we are like, all right, that's enough.
But we got it wrong when we did the YouTube video.
Yeah. So again, this here, she starts with like a cool image. Ooh, I'm like the water when your ship rolled in that night, and then she just explains it. Rough on the surface, but you cut through like a knife. So she has these rough edges, but like you cut right through me.
Right.
Oh, you
he
just
understands
know me.
her.
Has it been 20 seconds or 20 years? I don't know. And if it was an open shut case, like and if it was a sure thing, I would have never known from that look on your face. Again, like lots of references to his little smirk. He looks up grinning like a devil.
Yeah, he's not giving her any clues. Although wasn't that Tom Hiddleston?
That was one of my theories, but I don't know.
He's going back on his theories.
That's a throwback. That's a throwback. Anyway,
yeah. Friends of the pod know what I'm talking about.
And then lost in your current like a priceless wine. Are we sponsored here? Is this family friendly?
Right. This is the pineapple flavor.
Literally the worst flavor.
We're not sponsored, but
well, yeah, don't say the name. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, random seltzer company. If you want to sponsor us,
non-alcoholic, right?
Labels out.
Nope. Anyway, yeah. So
I like the pineapple.
Okay, thanks for the disruption there. Lost in your current like a priceless wine. Mm-hmm. Which this was like an image in our first episode. We were like, what the hell does this mean?
Like, we just didn't get it. We were thinking it was referring to currant, the berry.
Yeah.
Like you could have currant wine.
Yeah.
But what I wasn't thinking of, and what I think she's saying, not a bottle in the ocean, but the wine itself in the ocean would get mixed up with the water. So if you have priceless wine, but you mix it with the ocean, it's worthless.
Right. So again, the ship imagery, if you think back when shipwrecks happened a lot because ships were made out of wood and there was bad weather, several hundred years ago, these trading ships, merchant ships, had priceless wine on them, and then they'd get shipwrecked and the wine would get spilled, and then it gets taken up in the current, and so you can't tell like which part's water and which part's wine. And so what she's saying is she's lost in his current, like they're like melding into one person, I guess. I don't know.
Right. A first read might think that she's the priceless wine and he's the current, so he's like not super important or priceless, and she's the priceless that's getting mixed with the ocean, which is vast and not unique. But I don't think that's what she's
Yeah,
saying.
I think you're reading into it a little bit too much.
Right.
Again, the song's not that complicated, so.
So yeah, why is she getting lost in his current? Just that she's
Because she has that look on his face.
right. So
Obvious.
she's just so infatuated. I guess I'm not really understanding the connection between the metaphor, but the point of the metaphor is that she's infatuated.
Don't think too much about the metaphors. The point of the song is to have metaphors,
Hmm.
right? They sound cool. That's the point here. It's a lead single.
Oh, Swifties, let me continue with the chorus. The more you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man.
So yeah, this is the most basic chorus on the album.
True.
Like, yeah.
Right. But the first half of the chorus.
This sounds like a pop. It's like a pop chorus in a folk song to me.
That's fair.
Yeah. Doesn't that kind
Right.
of? This sounds like a. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah. This is as pop as the album gets.
Yes.
But I was gonna say here that Taylor says that Joe, or the character in this, as we know in the music videos, the music video is played by a gentleman who I think was a dancer in her Red show. I might be getting the details wrong, but I think I heard that online that he was part of her Red era. Anyway, just like how in Lover, the guy that was in Lover was one of the people that danced with her in the Reputation show. So a similar thing there. Again, my facts could be wrong, but somewhere around there. The more you say, the less I know. So this mystery guy, let's call him Joe, is not giving her any clues. She might be like flirting or like giving him hints. He's not giving anything back. The more he says, the less she knows. So she's unaware, can't figure out whether he likes her back. But wherever he's gonna go, she's gonna follow, and beg for him to stop whatever she's doing and take her hand.
Wreck my plans.
Because that's her man.
That's her man. Such poetry, much wow.
Much wow, Swifties. Well, this is gonna be a short episode if all we do is crap on every line.
It's fine. That's the thing. It's just fine. It's not bad. It's just it's good. It's fine. Like, it's not bad. It's just fine. Okay. Like, yeah. My only negative thing is that there's not a lot of positive. Right.
That's a pretty negative
hard
thing.
Positive. No, you know what I mean though. Like there's nothing really bad to say, but there's nothing really good to say. So the worst, like, really good. Like, I'm not saying there's nothing good. There's nothing really good to say.
Right.
And so that's like the biggest about the song is because there's not much like ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying.
I just read a possible interpretation of the Lost in the Current like a priceless wine. This contributor says the word current could also be a play on words for the term currency, an allusion to the mention of priceless.
That's no. If you take it in context, it's not shit. It's not going to water.
Right. False. Verse 2, Swifties. Life was a willow, and it bent right to your wind. Throwing it back to Harry Potter, the Whomping Willow, at the beginning of book 2, they drive in with the car that can fly, and the Whomping Willow picks them up, throws them all around. They almost miss the sorting ceremony. That's probably not what this is referring to, but it is about witches.
No, I mean, it's just, again, it's referencing to the wherever you go, I follow. Life was a willow and I bent to your wind, right? Like, I'm a slave to your current, I'm a slave to your wind. So it's like the same image, but rather than water, it's like air. So again, it's more of the same. But it's like she uses willow because that sounds cool.
No special meaning.
And it rhymes with pillow too, which is in the next line.
So the Genius annotation believes it's because willows are strong and independent, and they have roots that go very deep.
So like every tree, ever.
They're big trees. Yeah. What life was an oak and it bent right to your wind?
Right, but that doesn't rhyme with pillow. Again, life was a willow, head on the pillow.
So the pillow line is actually neat. Let me read that. I'll go back. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. Head on the pillow, I could feel you sneaking in. So, what an interesting way to say you're in my dreams.
Right.
She doesn't say I was dreaming about you. She says head on the pillow, I could feel you sneaking in.
And we've had a lot of songs from Taylor about dreaming about guys.
Right.
You can think back to Reputation, Someone Lover. But I do like the way that she words this. I think this is one of the stronger lines in the song for sure. Because it's like, wait, I can feel you sneaking in. Like, we're talking about into your room. Like, is there something weird going on here? No. Oh, it's like
sneaking into her mind.
Her mind, right? She's dreaming. She can't stop thinking about him.
Then we get one of the weaker lines, as if you were a mythical thing, like you were a trophy or a champion ring.
So as if you were a mythical thing. So like, ooh, the mystery again. There's still that mysterious. And then like you were a trophy or a champion ring. So like, oh, you're so valuable. Mm-hmm. And then yeah, you covered it. I don't know.
Just a simple way to say that.
Yeah. Again, like every other verse in this song.
And then we get an extension of the chorus this time. This chorus is twice as long as the original chorus. The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man.
Okay, wait. I just realized. So this is all like, I want to get this man, but then she just ends chorus with like saying that's my man. So it's like kind of stalker vibes.
But like. Well, let's.
It's like that's my man, but she's not his man yet. He's not.
No,
in the song, in the context of the song.
She's
I'm not talking about her actual life.
She's just being hopeful. She like you know, you see him across the way. I haven't met him yet, but that's my man.
So that's you don't think that's weird?
I don't feel stalker vibes from that. Maybe if it was a guy saying that to a girl, that's my.
But it's okay if a girl says to a guy.
Yeah, we don't want to have double standards here.
Yeah.
Because
I definitely say if I was like, "That's my girl" to someone I've never, that's weird.
I would need more information about the situation. Usually, the rule is if you do it once, that's fine. Give them a chance to react. In a
do what once?
Like you shoot your shot. Give them a chance to respond, and then don't keep doing it if they don't like it. That's the general plan. At least that's what we learned in our anti-harassment training.
This episode, I don't know.
That makes it sound like we had to go to training because we did something bad. No, it was just everybody does
it's
it when
required.
They get hired.
I don't know. Yeah,
it wasn't a
corporate
punishment.
jobs. It's required.
Right.
Every 2 years, I think. I don't know.
Anyway, Swifties, I was at chorus 2 on the second half of chorus 2, so we heard the repeat of chorus 1 ending with "That's my man," assuming that we kept that in. Second half of the chorus. You know that my train could take you home. Anywhere else is hollow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. So her train, she's going home, possibly to.
No, it's a metaphorical train. So my train could take you home, as in like, I am like, would make you feel like at home, right? Like I am your destination, right? Like I am what you're looking for.
Okay. I was thinking that more literally, like maybe I'm going home for the holidays. 'Tis the damn season.
No.
And then you come home with me. You meet my parents.
No, it's definitely. I think it's definitely more metaphorical, like pretty much the rest of the song.
All right, fair enough. So she is the train.
Yeah, she's a train. My train could take you home, and like she's also the home. Right, that's why she says anywhere else is hollow. Right, like any other relationship would be hollow.
Right.
There would be no meaning. But for me, it is not hollow.
True.
Is what she's saying.
Because something I should have been mentioning this whole time. She's following the invisible golden string.
Oh, in the music video.
Referenced in Invisible String. Yeah, if you watch the music video, it could have very well have been the music video for Invisible String. But
yeah, that's true.
The difference is, in Invisible String, it's more like we're doing our own things and then fate brings us together. Whereas this one, she's following that string because she needs to find this guy.
Actually though, I'm surprised no one's just like taken the music video and then plopped Invisible String as the music. Yeah. It would fit. It would actually fit.
Yeah, I did see somebody online say we finally got the music video we've always wanted for Invisible String.
Yeah.
Now let's just get the Willow music video.
Yeah. It's just a willow. It's like swaying in the wind.
Right.
With like Taylor's face like on it. That would be.
She is the train. She is the willow.
She's the priceless wine. She is
right.
all the images.
If we could do Photoshop, we would put her head on
boom,
a willow,
boom,
and on a train, and on a home. Swifties. Then we get into the bridge, and I was listening to the song before the pod to prepare, which I seldom do.
Sad but true.
And I was wondering about the bridge because the bridge doesn't really seem to fit into the song. And my theory for the bridge is that it's not part of the song.
Wait, you mean musically it doesn't fit into the song?
No, wordly.
What?
Lyrically.
Wordly, I tell thee.
It doesn't have anything to do other than it mentions Willow.
And bending to the wind, which she's already talked about.
Right, because that line already exists. We don't care about that line. It's already happened. But I think that this line, and I have reason for this, because you'll notice that in the music video, she looks directly at the camera, basically gives us a wink. This line is not part of the story. This line is directly talking to the Swifties, to the audience, and saying, apart from Willow, here's a little stanza about my life. She says, "Life was a willow, and it bent right to your wind."
You're being us, the fans?
No. Well, take out the Willow lines. Just lines 2 and 4. I'll just read those lines. "They count me out time and time again, but I come back stronger than a 90s trend." She's not talking about still pursuing this guy and coming back stronger than a 90s trend. No, she's talking about her life. People knock her down, she gets right back up
The
again.
haters hate.
The haters might hate,
And the
but
potatoes tate.
she's gonna stand up like a 90s
And
trend.
shake it off.
She's gonna shake it off, basically. So this stanza is not a Willow. It may mention Willow, and it may trick you into thinking it's talking about Willow, but no. This is an unrelated stanza that she put into the bridge to talk to the Swifties, just because she had a good rhyme, and she wanted to make the simile of coming back like a 90s trend.
So, did you think of this yourself?
Yes.
Okay, I respect that.
Does that I
I think that gives it more credibility.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right. I thought you were gonna say then there's nothing to it.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm used to you just pulling stuff from the Genius sidebar. So, like, I like that. I mean, because it is different. Like, the whole song she's talking about specifically her relationship with this guy, and then it's like, no, she's talking about the haters,
Right.
and like coming back, like the media, and like again things she's done before. She's always got every single freaking single music video. It has something about that, which is fine.
Does it?
No, I mean Cardigan didn't. Cardigan was nice. Remember the good old days of Cardigan?
Wait, what are you talking about? Every music video has something.
Well, just like a lot of her lead singles from albums have been like about the narrative, right? Like,
Oh,
look
I
what
see,
you
I
made me
see.
do, like coming back from that.
Right.
And then the music video was like transitioning from that Reputation era into the more lighthearted Lover.
Wow.
And then, but Cardigan was just a pure, really good, should win a Grammy song. This one won't.
Just wait until we get to Long Story Short. We're gonna get back to that narrative. I don't know if you've heard that, because when we were doing our hot takes episode, you weren't familiar yet. With
Yeah, no,
Long
I
Story
still
Short.
heard it some, but I'm still, wait, you're saying it's about her?
It's about the narrative. It's
Really?
going back to the whole.
I still haven't put that together.
Yeah, at least that's my theory.
Long story short, it was a bad time. That's like the only part of it.
It was a bad time. It was the wrong guy.
It was the wrong guy, and it's all about. Well, yeah, we'll have to get to that.
Yeah, you'll
Interesting.
see Swifties in
Yeah, about 2
roughly
years.
5 weeks.
Yeah, 2 years. Somewhere in the middle there.
All right, so we have verse 3 then. Taylor Swift, in her autobiographical song, goes on as follows. "Wait for the signal, and I'll meet you after dark."
Again, like we've seen 5 lines like this before, like in style where she's like midnight, no headlights, treacherous, like follow you home. Anyway,
But
go on.
this one's a little bit different, because now we're talking about witches. She mentioned it
There do be
in her
witches.
little thing. She was talking about putting a spell on somebody to make them fall in love with you. Goes against the idea of consent, but we'll put that to the side for a second.
I didn't say anything. Anyway, go on.
Wait for the signal, and I'll meet you after dark. So here in the music video, we're getting the witches who are summoning these balls of light that is apparently involved in the spell to make this guy fall in love with her. But actually, the guy is also one of the witches. He takes off his mask, and he's there summoning the light as well.
Wizards and witches.
Yeah, he's a wizard, I guess. I don't know. Don't ask me, Swifties. Wait for the signal, and I'll meet you after dark. Show me the places where the others gave you scars. So, she's
Show
asked...
me on this doll where they hurt you.
Oh, my God. I was just going to explain the line, but that was... No, that explained it.
Yeah.
You did. You got it. Just... Yeah.
I didn't write the lyrics. Anyway.
Now this is an open shut case. I'm just realizing this for the first time, that in the very first
Yeah, it says
stanza,
it's not.
she says, if this was an open shut case,
Or if, yeah.
I never would have known from the look on your face. She says, now this is an open shut case. So after she's put the spell on him to make him fall in love with her, this love potion, now it is an open shut case. I guess I should have known from the look on your face. Every bait and switch was a work of art. So putting to the side the idea of the love potion for a second, this last sentence, every bait and switch was a work of art.
That's referencing back to where she was like, the more that you say, the less I know.
Yeah,
right?
So apparently he was just playing hard to get.
Right, and again, that goes back to like Cornelia Street, where she's talking about we were card sharks playing games back when you were leading me on.
Oh.
Again, we've been here before. We've seen this before.
That's so harsh. Oh, and then this next chorus is like 18 lines long. Wow. Like
It's just repeating.
It's just repeating. I'll read it for you, Swifties.
Like most lead singles and
it's
classic.
Right. We're getting
songs.
pop vibes here at the chorus.
Right.
The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I'll follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. You know that my train could take you home. She is the train.
And she is the home.
Anywhere else is hollow. Everywhere else.
Not her.
I'm begging for you to take my hand.
Not her foot.
Wreck my plans, that's my man. The more you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I'll follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand. Wreck my plans, that's my man. You know that my train could take you home.
She's the
Anywhere
train
else
and
I
home.
follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand. Wreck my plans, that's my man.
Hey!
Hey, that's my man. That's my man. Yeah, that's my man. Every bait and switch was a work of art. That's my man. Hey, that's my man. I'm begging for you to take my hand. Wreck my plans, that's my man.
Okay, I think just reading that all just proves that this is the most pop. Of
Right.
Of both Folklore and Evermore, this is the most pop song.
Yeah, that was a lot of
It's basically
repetitions.
It's
with
like
these.
pop. They basically were like, they wrote a pop song and they're like, okay, well, we need to have just guitar on this, which is like, okay, yeah, I prefer that, honestly.
Yeah.
But like lyrically, it's very pop.
Right. Maybe that's why they keep trying to remix it, because it's supposed to be a pop song, and so
Right. But like, no, we can't make this a pop song.
right. But also each of the remixes were still
Like a little bit more. They're like,
Yeah.
kind of.
yeah. The Dancing Witches was the most pop electronic, less acoustic than the other three, but still it was very subtle. Yeah, we're not getting any 808s, but perhaps that's what the song needs. Perhaps.
Needs a lot.
Could consider a fifth remix. Perhaps. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, except that I will tell you needed to take off 4 songs from Lover.
Why? That's random.
Well, because that was just my first example of me telling Taylor how to do her job.
Oh yeah, because she's definitely been listening. She's taking notes.
But I do believe in that criticism or suggestion, I'll say, to put it lightly.
It's a little late now.
I know. I'm just saying.
Oh, also, like, wait, there's 2 more songs on this album that we've never heard, right? The deluxe edition.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard them yet?
I haven't heard. Has anybody heard them?
Yeah, has
Are
anyone
they
actually
out?
bought it? I feel like everyone bought Folklore, and then they're like, wait, why are we doing this? And then now no one's buying Evermore. At least everyone I've talked to.
Right. Some of us are living paycheck to paycheck, so
Okay, well, Scott isn't. I'll just tell you that.
not gonna
Anyway.
happen. I'll cut that out. Anyway, Swifties, if you have heard the other 2 songs, let us know how they are, because we haven't heard them.
Yeah, if you have any pirate... No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to suggest that.
No, we would never suggest illegal.
Well, because the problem is,
activity.
I with Folklore, at least, it was like you bought it, you got the digital and a CD. Has she even released CDs for this? I think it's all digital.
As far as I'm aware, yeah, I don't know of any CDs. Aren't you still waiting for your blanket?
Yes, I'm still waiting for the blanket from Folklore. So that's money. It was like, I thought it was a joke when they said it would take 13 weeks, but now it's been over 13 weeks. But they did send me a free signed album.
That's nice.
So like it was, which was, I think it was worth the same as the.
Yeah.
So I got something.
If
and
you're
I'm
not
still gonna
aware,
get the blanket.
Swifties, it was some special that you had.
It was
to
a
have.
Capital One. It was one of those, Taylor Swift has a partnership with Capital One. It was
Yeah.
one of those specials. You get like a fleece blanket with like one of the Folklore pictures on it, and literally like maybe 2 weeks after the album came, so 5 months ago at this point, 4 or 5 months ago, still haven't gotten it. So like a month ago, they sent everyone who had ordered it a free signed album.
Right. In Taylor's
Say sorry.
defense, she has a lot going on. She made all of Evermore. She's working on Woodvale. She's re-recording all of her old albums. She's putting out 4 different versions of Willow, and then also probably 10 other things that we don't even know about yet. So we'll give her a break on the the blanket supply chain. Uh, but anyway, Swifties, that's Willow. Captain Natty's not very impressed.
It's fine. It's fine. Again, like it's fine. I listen to it and I enjoy it, but it's fine. Like it's nothing special.
Oh.
It's not bad. It's just nothing special. That would sum up my take in one line. It's not bad, but it's nothing special.
All right, Swifties, let us know if you agree, disagree. Yell at us in the comments if you think this is the best song. If you're a big
well, we did
Willow
we
stan.
got 2 dislikes on our Willow reaction.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, which is the most dislikes we've ever gotten. So clearly,
my
2 people
gosh.
loved it.
Yikes.
Maybe Taylor Swift disliked.
So anyway, Swifties, that's it for our Willow review. We will be back in another week, which we're also going to record today. It's going to be very exciting. Lots of podcasting going on today.
But it'll be a very special episode.
It'll be special. Take a look for it. It's not going to be about a song. It's not going to be an analysis. It's going to be a game.
A competition.
We'll tell you. It's going to be a competition.
May the best Swiftie win.
May the best boys.
May Swiftie boys win.
The Swift boys. Oh, I'm going to have to cut this so much. Okay. We'll see you in a week, Swifties. Bye.